Hi there, welcome to my business lounge. This is the space where I get to share my entrepreneurial journey with you. I share business tips and strategies with you. If this is the first time you're watching me, my name is Dedo Kofi. I want you to win in your business, and that's why I am using this space to encourage you so you can go out there and build your own business. Today I'm going to talk about something. I actually love the topic, and it's so relevant for you, especially if you're on the fence and you're thinking, this whole entrepreneurial thing, is it something that is for me? Is it something that I can do? And so if you've been thinking about it, I am sure that by the end of this session you would know if you should say I do or not. So we're talking about 4 things you should know before you say I do. So tip number 1 is you need to ask yourself, why do I want to start this business? Now, there's so many reasons why people want to start a business, and you need to ask yourself and answer the question very well so that once you start, you know that you started for the right reason. Number 1 is sometimes you see somebody doing a business and you think they are making money, or it seems they're making money, and that's the reason why you want to do it. Now, if that's why you're thinking about doing it, you need to think well, because you can't tell the ins and outs of somebody's business just by looking at it. And just because somebody's business is making money doesn't necessarily mean that you can also make money. So you need to think about it well. Why do I want to start this business? If you're thinking because people are making money in this industry, you also want to go in there, and you don't even have a passion for it, then perhaps maybe you are looking at employing people who have the required skill and passion to be able to do it, and you are going to sit back as an investor and watch them do the business. So you need to think hard about why you want to do this business. Is it because I am so passionate about this thing, and when I'm asked to do it, I am so excited and I find myself doing it so well, and I find new ways of doing it? Is that why you want to do it? That could be a pretty good reason for you to start a business, because you are so good at it, you have the passion for it, and you probably have the skill also for it. So think really hard about why I want to start this business. And yes, it's okay to think for money to be the reason why you start business, because whether it is your passion or something you just love, the bottom line it has to make you money if you're taking it as a business. So why do you want to start this business? Bottom line, it has to make me money, but why do you want to start it? Think about it real hard before you make that decision. Point number 2 is money. And I know that a lot of people, even before you say I do to entrepreneurship, you think because you don't have money, you can't start at all. That's not a fact. But it's important to also think, do I have the money I need to start this business? Or do I have access to money I would need to do this business? It's an important question to ask. If you don't have the money to do the business or to start the business, then you are going to think, how can I have access to the money that I need? Or how can I create access for the money that I need to be able to do this business? So thinking about money and asking yourself the money question is very important. If you know that I am starting from zero, I don't have any money, but I'm going to work my way up because there's a way that I can start this business without money, then you go for it. But when you don't think about these things and you just start, and then the next thing you realize it, you need so much money to be able to take your next steps in the business that you have started, and you don't have it, it can be very frustrating. So think real hard. What money or what amount of money do I need to start this business? Do I have access to that money? And if there is no money, can I still go ahead and then start this business? So think about the money factor before you say I do. Point number 3, or question number 3 to ask yourself is, what can I do? So what can I do for the business? What do I bring to the table when it comes to this business that I want to start? Do I have the skill required, and that is why I want to start this business? Or do I have the network required to bring in customers or bring in the business that would make this business work? Or do I have the funds to just back this business? Ask yourself, what do you bring to the table? Once you know what you bring to the table, you have some confidence as you are going to start the business venture. It's so important that you ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? And you put it all down so that when you start, you know the things that you can bring in to make sure that your business thrives. So ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? And sometimes these questions, when you ask yourself, it helps you go into yourself, and then you realize, okay, I can actually offer this. I can actually do this. I have access to this network, or I have access to this funding. And once you start thinking through it, everything comes together and you can make a plan. So think, what do I bring to the table for this business before you say I do? Before you say I do to entrepreneurship, the last thing that I want to share with you is ask yourself, if this failed, am I going to regret it? What's going to be the effect on me if this failed? Now, this is important because you need to understand that businesses start and fail. But you as a business person have not failed. It's the business that failed. If the business you started failed, you can start something else and that would do well. But you need to ask yourself, if this business failed, am I going to regret? Am I going to be finished? What's going to happen to me? Especially when it comes to you having to probably invest all of your money, maybe all of your savings. If all of that went down the drain, what's going to happen to you? Think hard and fast about it, because there is a slight possibility, or there is a level of possibility that the business you start can fail. But always remember that it doesn't mean you as a business person has failed, because a lot of businesses fail, people restart the same thing and it gets better because you learn how to do it better, or they start something else. And so think about it so that once you start the journey, you know what to expect and you're not going to be disappointed if failure is staring you in the face. So, number 4, think, what is going to happen to me if this business fails, before you say I do. There you go. These are the 4 things that you need to ask yourself before you say I do to entrepreneurship. Number 1, why do you want to start this business? Number 2, do you have the money or access to money that you need for this business? Number 3, what do you bring to the table? And then finally, if the business fails, what's going to happen to you? So you know that when you say I do to something, it means you are in this forever, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. It's the same relationship as a business owner with business. Whether you're making money or you're not making money, you are in it and you're working things through. Whether you're not feeling too great or you're feeling great, you're still in it. So it's a for better, for worse thing. You just need to know some of these things before you enter it, so that once you're in it, you know you're going all the way, you're taking it all the way to the very end, so that you can bring your business idea, your vision, your dream, your passion into reality. So you know what to do. Like and share this video with your friends who would love to hear this, or who are thinking about going into entrepreneurship and are not sure. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do it right now, because once you do that, when I post a new video, you're going to be one of the first people to know that I have posted a new video. I love you all, and I will chat with you again soon. Mwah.